Today we're going to feed a family of 4 with 1 piece of leftover chicken and a few other ingredients. The general rule to a good gravy is 1 tablespoon of butter or fat, 1 tablespoon of flour for every 1 cup of broth you add. I always manage to scrape up a tablespoon of fat from the meat that I will be using. It adds flavor, and I know it's not healthy, but you're eating on a budget. You gotta give a little. I am making 3 cups of gravy, so I have 3 tablespoons of butter, 3 tablespoons of flour, and 3 cups of broth, and the extra tablespoon of nori. Here's the fun part, playing with the butter. I need the butter to brown but not burn, so you have to keep the butter moving. As long as you keep the butter moving, it shouldn't burn. But if it starts to turn dark brown, you've burnt the butter. And a burnt butter makes a bitter gravy. And then you're no gravy master queen. You really can't see the color, but it is a light golden brown, so I am adding my flour, and I will stir it in until it is a paste. The butter will still be browning, and I will continue to stir it until I get a creamy brown paste. It is starting to bubble, so that means it's going to be browning quick. As soon as you get it to the color that you want it, which is a light golden brown, which is what it looks like pretty much now, you're going to add your first cup of liquid. This is the color that I am looking for. I happen to have a bone broth I canned with celery and mushrooms. I am adding a cup at a time. I will want to add more broth down the road to thin this out because this is for a meal. You can use commercial broth or bouillon cubes, and the rule for bouillon cubes is 1 bouillon cube per cup of water. And so for this recipe, it would be 3 bouillon cubes and 3 cups of water. You can even use just salt and pepper. This is your gravy. You do with it what you want to do with it. When it begins to look like a thick pudding, it is time to add another cup. Add your spices here. I am using a sprinkle of onion powder, a sprinkle of garlic powder, and a sprinkle of pepper. I have a teaspoon of salt. The broth was lightly salted to begin with. I am out of gravy, Master. However, there is a little trick. Just a couple tiny squirts of soy sauce can actually darken the gravy. But be careful, that soy flavor can be a bit much sometimes, and by adding too much, you will ruin your gravy. A gravy queen needs her gravy master. Taste frequently. When you cannot taste the flour, your gravy is close to done. This is the part that's up to you. If you like a thinner gravy, then don't cook it as long. If you like a thicker gravy, then just let it simmer. It will thicken. The whole time I've been cooking on medium high. Keep letting it simmer, but keep an eye on it. Stir it here and there. This gravy is done. For this recipe, I will need it to be a little thinner. I need it to be like a stew. So along the way, I will be adding some store-bought broth that I have left over, probably about a third of a cup. I am adding another sprinkle of pepper and garlic powder. I felt it needed it. You are the master of your own dish. You can add whatever you want, but if it is a fresh vegetable, I would cook it till it is tender. I am adding a little celery. Once the vegetables are cooked, you can add your leftover chicken. I had leftover carrots, so I tossed them in. This dish will serve 4 people or 6 people with small appetites. Picking that bone clean. I am not adding large amounts of veggies and meat. I'm just adding enough to spread it out. Budget eating is learning how to spread things out. I have 1 big carrot, 1 chicken thigh, and I have a small handful of celery and a small handful of mushrooms, and that's about it. The gravy tastes delicious. I am adding 1/2 bag of egg noodles, cooked and strained. We had leftover corn muffins that someone had given us yesterday. I put them in the air fryer, lightly buttered.